And with that respawn rule, the challenge is that if I find, like, if I can build a medical facility or a survival kit to add to one of my machines, it doesn't mean I can't just sit there and make them all day long. It has to be added to a vehicle or machine that doesn't have one. Then that allows me to regain one of my respawns. So that's my respawn rule as far as what I do. Um, and I'm going to take a second look around. I don't see anything but rocks, which is great because one of the challenges we want to do is we want to build a base inside of an asteroid and operate out of there. I want to be able to, I have economy on, so we're going to be doing some economy. I want to be able to have I can actually, in a few minutes, I'm going to create a faction, and I would like that faction's account to have 40 million in it. So that would also be a goal to try to achieve. Um, I would like it to be able to set up a go-between with with two bases on the surface of a planetary body besides the central base, which is going to be on the asteroid. We can do some asteroid mining and things like that, but there's a caveat on that. We'll get to that in a second. I'd like to have a small trading base set up on either the Earth-like planet, the Moon, or the Martian place here, or whatever planet that is. I really am not sure what that is. I'm gonna guess it's Mars-like planet, but I don't know. So yeah, so we'll set those up. I still don't see anything popping up on my heads-up display. I'm not seeing anything twinkling because I do have derelicts. There are derelict ships and stations and things floating out here. That's why I keep looking, but I'm not seeing anything. Usually a ship that doesn't have power usually it kind of twinkles. And it's really hard to see it. If something doesn't look like a rock, it probably isn't. But that's the tricky part, is where is that thing that looks like not a rock. And then as far as mining is concerned, well, oh yeah, mining, that's a challenge. Um, yeah, yeah. The challenge is it's not quite as severe as not quite as severe as it is in the Pirates Life series where well, yeah, actually it is. It is just as bad as that. Basically, the situation with this is that I cannot drill unless I have a drill. Now, the drill that I have here, I can't use that. The restriction is that the only drills that I can use are drills that I salvage from another vehicle or location and I can utilize. This is a very salvage heavy thing, and it's very tricky. Now I can buy a drill if I can afford to buy the ship that gets the drill, but I can't do any mining until I have a drill. This drill is only good for a sensor to find things. So whatever ship I get, I'm going to want to have either a drill ship attached to it or have that ship have a small drill attached to it for me to do some basic mining. Because yeah, this isn't working. I'd throw this away, except I kind of want it to be able to do a quick recon of an asteroid to see if I can see some ores and then figure out what I'm going to do from there. I'm actually looking to see if I see any of those telltale safe zone bubbles that those stations do, because if I see a station, we're going to go there. Because station means a replenishment of oxygen and energy, and if I can find other locations, then maybe we can go from there. Plus, the station will also indicate that there's a trade route nearby, and, well, we'll have to go shopping for a ship. And do it the pirate style. Now, so that's the challenge. So going down to the Earth-like planet is kind of pointless at this point because I can't use my personal drill. I have to use a drill off of a machine, a ship, a rover, something like that. So that is literally like off the table for me. And that being said, we're going to put our dampers on. We're going to redirect our direction this way, because even though we're not in the well, we're getting really close to that planet, and I do not want to get caught in that gravity well because of my limited hydrogen. So those are the restrictions that we have on this. As far as salvage rules, the salvage rules I have for PlayStation 4, since I can't use the mods, the like Splitsies really awesome mods, I can't use those. We don't have grabby hands, we don't have experimental engineering, because those mods have scripting that conflicts with the console's programming, and so it doesn't work. They don't allow it. So to be able to do that, what you have to be able to do, and yes, I have progression on, so progression, it's still going to be a pain. Yeah, where is everybody? Like, the worst case scenario would be to have a bunch of red pop up and then you're toast. But like, I'm seeing all these rocks and I wish I had a ship that I could like go and do some drilling. But everything that you need that has everything with a computer chip, and this is the salvage rules, and I use this for every single game. Anything with a computer chip, when I'm doing salvage, anything with the computer chips that has more, if there's more than 4 chips to it, then you have to salvage it. You can't build it. If it's a production item like a refinery, an assembler, you have to find it. You can't build it. And there's an exception to that, and I'll get to that in a minute. Medical stuff, you have to find it. You can't build it. There's an exception to that. Pretty much all of the weapon systems, all of the like the weapon systems and all the oxygen and gas related stuff, all those things have to be salvaged. You can't just make those, and it's a one for one deal. Now the exceptions to that are basic. You can build a basic refinery, you can build a survival kit, and you can build a basic. You can be able to build a basic refinery. You can build a basic assembler. So basically, if it starts with a basic, you can build it. Now in this series, under no circumstances can I build or salvage anything that says industrial. So if it says industrial, I can't do it. No industrial refineries, no industrial cargo pods, none of that. That's not even something I can even salvage. But the other stuff, large stuff, I can. But here's the thing. So to salvage these things, since we don't have grabby hands, what we have to do is we have to do a 1-to-1 grind down and build, or ideally you can remove it by taking all the connecting blocks around it, and then you can build yourself a salvage pod. Now I'm going to be building a salvage pod definitely, so that I can be able to move materials that I get. And that's actually a relatively easy pod to build, and I'll definitely build it in this series so you guys can see. I have one built for my Pirate's Life series, my co-op. So, that's one way to do it. Or you could come up with something else, engineer something that allows you to be able to pick it up and move it. Or, like I said, you can grind down and place and build it up. But you can only do one. Now, the last part of my salvage rules, and I've considered, I wish I could put this into like a restriction mod. I'm trying to learn those things, so if anybody has any suggestions or places I can go, or how to be able to do that, I'm probably going to need to get a PC. I run a Mac, so I can't really do Space Engineers on it, unfortunately, so I'm doing it through my PlayStation. But if there's a way for me able to mod these rules, I think it would be really good. Uh-oh. I still haven't seen anything. There hasn't been anybody. Where is everybody? Oh, no. So, this is not good. This is so not good. All right. This is bad. Yeah, Houston, we have a problem. We are drifting, and we are going to be toast. So, yeah, That's not good. So anyway, like I was saying before, we're going to be so rudely killed. Is yeah, the so the only other thing, let's see, I completely lost my train of thought because I just realized we're going to be like toast. Um, the only other thing is that I have a caveat on that one-to-one transfer, which is you can grind down the item, but once you grind down the item and you do not move it over, then it's just parts. You can't move it over later. So in order to be able to simulate that you want to save it, you take it, you grind it down, you place a frame of it wherever you're going to store it, and then you do one tap, and that loads everything into all the parts that were in it, and then you just leave it like that. And then you do the same thing again. You grind it down, take all the parts, you put it back. Now, on top of that, you can downgrade a larger one under my restriction, which is you take, if you have like a large cargo pod, for example, you can grind that down and use it to make the next tier down, which would be like, say, a bunch of medium cargo pods. Or if you have a large hydrogen tank, you can do a grind down and make a number of small hydrogen tanks. And however many you get is how many you get. And if it's not enough to make, say you can break it down. I don't remember how many it is off the top of my head, but say you take a large hydrogen container, you grind it down. You can break it down into like, say, two small hydrogen tanks completely, and then there's a partial one. Well, you can then get materials to fill out the partial one and get all of those. So that is my salvage rules of how I do these salvages.
Energy critical.
Yep, I know. We're going to be toast soon. Not good. So, yeah, this is a thing. So those are my rules. I'm just going to lay them out. I'll have, I think what I'll do is I'm going to put them on a data slate, like those data pads, and have it listed up, and then that way I can put them on screen for you guys if you're interested in playing by these rules. It does add a level of element of challenge and such like that. I can't get the eat sleep mod, but what I always have is the quality of life mod of plant and cook, which brings food into the equation, because I look at the survival kit as giving you paste, the medical kit giving you an IV, and that's not the same as real food. I also do the caffeine and cola boost to give you, for coffee in your cosmic coffee. And so I add those quality of life mods, and food is really important. So I do like to be able to put that in there. I hope that I would like to find out a way to either remove the scripting on the eat sleep mod, or if somebody could figure out a way to make it work with this, or if we could figure it out, that would be wonderful, because I really like that aspect of it. Very survival-ish. All right, so it looks like this life is going to be toast. We're going to respawn. Who knows where we'll be in the solar system when we do. And this is just going to simulate us passing out, because, we are in a bad way. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this is not good. Yep, we're going to be gone soon. So this will be one. I don't have a ship to mark it off with, and I won't be able to collect my stuff from my body. So I used to originally use the tools for a marker. So if I had 2 sets of tools, I knew I already respawned once. Yep, here we go. We're passing out, and there we go. All right. No faction. Nope, no pods. Spacesuit. Here we go again. Wow, we're 255 kilometers from our body. Because that's not far enough away, is it? Alright. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Is there anything besides my body's location that we need to look at? Not seeing anything useful. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, definitely not anything useful. You may ask yourself, why does she keep going to the moon? Well, that's because if I go to the Earth-like planet, we'll have a problem. Because I don't know that there's going to... First of all, I need to make a base in space. And second of all, there's like... I don't know where everything is and I have to fight against gravity. So, yeah. I could go to the Mars planet, but again, I don't know. You know. Alright, here we go. Ready? And... Oh, wait. What is that? Oh. I got excited there for a second. And off we go again. And another boring trip out. Hopefully, maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get something that pops up and then we can do it. And I am actually going to clear that from my HUD because we both know exactly what it is and there's nothing there but tools. And as you can see, I've got a fresh set of tools. Alright, so let's see, I'm looking, I don't see anything. Oh boy. Yeah, I thought about going down to the planet surface, but then I would have to build... Well, I could go to the planet surface, but I don't have anything to build with. Like, nothing. Like, I can't even drill. So, I can't go there. I have to rely on finding a ship out here. That's, like, literally my only option. And once I have a ship, then we can go from there. It's inevitably going to start out with a piracy because we have to get materials to sell and we have to get a ship to live on. And once we have the materials to sell, then we have the capability to go ahead and start getting that drill. Once we get the drill, then we can do some mining. Then we become very self-sufficient. We don't necessarily have to take other ships. However, now, but we're going to have to because we need stuff and we have to salvage stuff. We have salvage rules in place. So that's the challenge there too. So, you know, what do we do? Where do we go? We're going to have to take ships for salvage unless... Now, we can build stuff. This is true. But the tanks, the H2O2 gens, the weapon systems, the refineries... I got to find all those. I can't just, like, you know... I can't just go and mine for those. I can mine for the materials for other things. But we do have an option. If we don't want to do piracy, we can always mine materials, sell them at the stations, make the money, buy the ship that has what we want on it, and scrap the ship. But I picture having like a scrapyard asteroid base. But yeah, we got to get a ship first. And this could be potentially a very long and boring series that may last only one episode. What's that? Is that a ship out there? See, these faraway rocks. This is where I wish I had a zoom. Yeah. Maybe there's an orbital station near the Earth-like planet. I mean, as much as I don't want to necessarily... Wait, what's that up there? Every planet seems to have an orbital station somewhere around it, but that's the trick. You got to get by it. And it's like, they're not small. So, yeah. Oh, boy. This is, like, insane. Like, I don't even know if even if my drill did work, I couldn't process anything because I don't have... I mean, there might be something on the surface of the Earth-like planet, and if I did that, then I would definitely be able to, I don't know. I might be able to do something with that, I guess, if I could buy enough materials. I'm just gonna drift here for a second because there's not a lot to do. I mean, I might be able to get down there and get onto the planet surface and find a station, and I could operate out of it, make enough money to get enough parts to build a base. I mean, I could do that. Then I'd have to build a ship to get into orbit to get to my actual thing and use that base as one of my starter bases. Hmm. I don't know. I'll tell you what we're going to do. If we don't see a ship, by the time we're down to our, let's see, we're on our second respawn. By the time we get down to our fourth respawn, then we'll head to the planet surface or whatever planetary body is nearby and begin from there. But yeah, wow. No, sorry for the hiccups. I've been fighting something and it's not been good. Yeah, I just don't see anything. Like, where's the ships? Like, I've played this and it's been like, there's been 6 or 7 ships popping up. But the last couple of spawns, there's been like nothing. Like, it makes me wonder if maybe we should go like this way. Let's go this way. Let's go. I know it's kind of crazy, but let's go up this way. Let's get a little closer to the planet. And we'll go up this way. Go up like to there. We'll head towards this up here. And let's see what that does. You know, there's an old saying. Insanity, by definition, is doing the same thing more than once and expecting a different result. So instead of going straight for the moon, this time let's go up towards one of these asteroids that's nearby the planet. What is that sparkle over there? That could be a ship. Toast soon anyway, so maybe if it's a ship we can get in there, get some oxygen, some energy, and then chill. Oh, looks like it's a rock. Okay. I don't see any station bubbles though. Sometimes these rocks will have stations on them though, so you gotta really kind of watch them. We're going to turn the damping off and drift for a while. I mean, we're running out of juice, but if we see anything that looks kind of suspicious, we could maybe make it to it in time. I don't know. Suit only start is probably one of the most challenging ways to start this game off. I'm not reading a beacon either from any stations. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we'll keep pushing on this direction and see what we get. Yeah, they're just rocks. I thought it was a ship, but it sparkles too much. Alright, I don't see... Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of, like, stations or anything either. Okay, well guys, looks like we're going to be working on our second life. Well, this is my third suit only start. The first one was Pirate's Life, which is still a series that's running here on YouTube. It's a co-op series. The second time was just recently, and that one, well, it was going great till I ran out of hydrogen while heading towards the moon, and I was in the wrong place to have my entire ship land on top of me while I was trying to put an ion drive on it to save it. Yeah, that was definitely not okay. I don't know that I would have a ship that has only Atmo and a hydrogen. I would want a ship that has at least an emergency ion drive in every direction, just so that you're in space, and if you run out of hydrogen, you can at least, like, maybe have a prayer of slowing down. Yeah, or because, you know, I think in this particular instance here with this playthrough, I'm thinking that as much as I love hydrogen, I don't know for sure that that would be the way to go. I think maybe a combination of ion and atmospheric might be the way to do it. But I do love hydrogen, honestly. I love it. I love the power behind it.
Energy low.
And stuff like that you're able to do. I like it because you have more maneuverability. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting really close, and it looks like we're about to be toast again. So, yeah. So this is number 2. Yep, this is, oh boy. Yeah, this is a tough start. Look, there's rocks. The trick, too, when we're looking for a ship out here, we want a ship that has oxygen and power. That's what we need. Those two things. Preferably with, like, I don't know, a few other parts that we could use and some weapons to stay safe, because there are meteors that can blast you to bits. I'm hoping to maybe, if I can see a station and pick it up on the scanner, I can maybe make a marker for it. But, yeah, not happening. Not so far, at least. But anyway, yeah, that's the kind of ship you want. There are some ships, like private sails, that don't have any oxygen at all. You can get recharged because you can sit in a seat and relax, but you're not going to have any oxygen. So I learned that the hard way. The last time I ran this series, we tried really, really hard to not be a pirate. But that was just absolutely not possible because there was no oxygen to be had. And in that playthrough, I could use my hand drill, and there was no ice anywhere. So it was like it didn't matter. So, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, yep, we're down to 14. And I still don't see anything. No spawns, no nothing at all. I think in a suit-only playthrough like this, when we're moving, your spawns come in based on the distance you travel. And I think it's 6 kilometers, but I'm not sure. So you're kind of limited to a certain number of them because you're only going 100 meters a second. Every time, you know, it takes a second, you lose like 5 energy or something like that per second. 5 or 10 energy a second.
Energy critical.
Yep, life support failure soon. Yep, we're about to be toast again. Ideally, you could spawn in right when there's ships available, and then you can just head right to one and secure it. I like going after the escort class because it's a really good raider, and then building off of that. But I recently discovered the Elion class, which is really cool, and I like that ship too. For base building and for augmenting your ship, I really like to look for gremlins because they're heavy on hydrogen. You can get a lot of hydrogen and some pretty good weapons off of them. So I don't know. There's still a lot of other ships out there to see and incorporate and to use and play and stuff like that. So I don't know. But we're about to be toast and do a respawn into our third incarnation. So hopefully tonight we can actually get a ship out of this deal. That would be really nice. We're trying. We're really trying. But I don't even see a derelict anything. I don't even see anything on these rocks. Nothing. Like, I could go for even a station. I know they put them on here. We got faction wars in here, so there's first colonist stuff, and then there's space pirates and the feds, but I don't see... Yeah, see? Even the rocks. Nothing. Zipola. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Here we go.
No energy.
Yep. Yep, here we go. Alright, everybody. Where do we wake up next? Oh, yeah. This is
Your
the hard
health
part.
is low.
I know. And soon we'll be respawning for the third time, into the third incarnation.
Your health is critical.
And we're toast. But my backpack's making it orbit. Alright, so we go down here and do spacesuit again. Here we are. So our body's 209 kilometers away. How lovely. And again, we're out in space. In nowhere. At all. Wow, I don't even see the moon. So we are literally on the other side of the moon. So I tell you what we're gonna do. Again, backpack on. And we're gonna head to the Earth-like planet this time. And we're gonna take our dampeners off. Keep watching the rocks though, just in case we see something that looks out of place on those rocks. An installation, a bunker, anything like that's always an option. Now, of course, as before, I'm going to go ahead and take this off of there because it's just tools. There's nothing I'm trying to save. And then again, this is turning into like this space engineers podcast because I'm like literally just drifting through space looking for somebody's ship to steal. I'm like the thing that just floats there that you don't want to run into, I'm like a people mine, like, yeah, there I am. That's me. In case you all are curious, there I am. That's me. All right, so we're drifting along. Oh yeah. Oh look, rock. Thought you guys would like a third-person view. So you can see that we're still drifting along. Just flying along, waiting for something to pop up in the HUD or to see something fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn the third-person cam over to here. And then we're going to go back. Wait, wrong button. No! I want to go back to this. Alright, cool. Now let's turn the dampers back on and get going again. Oh, maybe we should check out this rock over here. I could be an interesting rock. Let's check out the rock. I mean, we might as well make a sightseeing trip, right? And since we can't use it, but we can just use it as a sensor, let's go by this thing and see if it's got anything useful. It would be so cool to come around the corner here and see a base in here somewhere. That would be so cool. Like, with everything we need, that'd be really cool, but it would be a pipe dream. Yep, nothing. Not even ore on this one. Alright. We'll carry on towards the planet. I know I said I wasn't planning on going to the planet yet, but the way I see it, we don't really have much of a choice. We gotta try to get either a ship or get to a station, one of the two. And all the planets have stations, all the planets have orbital stations, there's different factions. We just have to get close enough to pick it up. And that's the trick. But there's still hope. This is the third time. So there's still hope. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's so hard to see. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take and put that away. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know why I have my heads-up display. It doesn't. The heads-up display is like in my way, but oh yeah, we gotta have it on so we can have somebody pop up, so we can get a marker. Yeah. I thought about getting the speed mod attached to this because the speed limit is. I don't know that I find it to be accurate, because if you're continuously thrusting, you should be continuously accelerating, and there's no limit because there's no resistance. Yep. This part is kind of boring because you're just basically waiting to die. It's kind of scary. Like, please, let somebody fly by, please. Or can we at least get into orbit where I can get some oxygen? You know, or find a ship that's just floating there. Like, somebody leave their ship behind. Anybody? Nope. Oh my gosh, this is like mind-numbing. Ah. It's like, oh my gosh. Now I've thought about just respawning and then calling the end of the series if I don't find it by the 5th one. But that feels kind of like cheating, which is why I haven't done it. So yeah. Oh my gosh, this is like murder. Alright, we're gonna actively do this. We're gonna actively check out these asteroids as we go. See if maybe something is useful on them. I figure we could at least maybe mark them, you know, do something useful. Mark for, you know. Alright, we got our little sensor drill out. Let's see. One of the things you look for is you gotta look for the discolorations. That's the key. I've noticed oftentimes these ones close to the planet are pretty, probably should turn my lights on so I can see. Aha! Alright, so that's silver, so we're going to mark that. I'm going to set a marker, and we're going to call that silver. since it is a resource, we're going to make it green. Cool. That was a find. Can't do anything with it right now, but that doesn't mean it's not useful. Alright, so let's keep going. This is the way I figure it. Might as well make ourselves useful while we're heading towards the planet. So we're going to go over and start hitting all these asteroids, because you know what? I don't want to sit here and wait. So we're going to damper off. We're going to zip over to this asteroid over here and see what we got going on. It's a pretty big one. I think what's going to happen is if we do make it to the planet's atmosphere before we're toast, I'm going to go ahead and activate the... I'm going to wait to activate my jetpack until I see either a marker or some salvage to grab, and then we'll go from there. Oh, this is a tough one. Yep, it's a tough one. Alright, so let's see about this asteroid. We got silver back there, 8 kilometers back. You'd think we'd get our respawn by now. Alright, let's see anything on here. We're looking for any discolorations for the different types of ores. We're also looking for any kind of salvage base. Anything at all. And I like to get up close because, as you can see, sometimes the ores are deep. If you get up close, you can sometimes pick it up. Now that one looks like this is legit, just a rock. Now, too bad, so sad. Alright. Alright, there's our next target right there. Make, yeah, we're gonna make this our target right here. Okay, closing in on the next target. Wow, we're 11 clicks away from that one, and we still haven't seen a single ship. Like, where is everybody? Uh-oh. Alright, what do we got here? Anything useful on here at all? We got rocks. Lots and lots of rocks. I'm always looking... Ah, what's that? That looks like iron. Yep, we got iron. We got ice. Because if there's ice, this is the golden rock. This could be a rock to make a base out of if it's got ice and iron. Yeah, not that I can do anything with it right now because, you know, obviously we've got a bit of a problem in the form of we got no ship. No materials, no nothing. Well, it looks like this is just an iron rock. Alright. So let's go ahead and mark this as iron. Again, you know, it seems kind of silly because, you know, we're just going to be respawning, but here's the thing. We're respawning in the same system, and it might be useful to know where these are, so that's why I'm doing it. Alright, that's a marker. Now, where's the next one? Well, let's go for that one right there. Cool. Still not seeing any ships, not seeing any stations, not seeing anything. We're running out of energy. And that's not a good sign. There's the lake there. Desert biome up there.
Energy low.
Looks like it's savanna there, maybe some forest over there. Pretty mountainous, actually. That's a pretty rough land there. It's all rough. A lot of snow-capped areas up in there. Must be high altitude with a frozen lake or some sort of body of water there. Alright, let's go ahead and check this one out. I feel like we're all just coming back around this thing all the time. Right, here we go, coming in. Looking for ice. Uranium would be good, but, you know. I think that's going to be on planet surface, not on here. Alright, we're looking at the rock. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that looks out of the ground. Getting close. Nope, anything? It looks like this is actually just a rock. Every once in a while, that's what we're dealing with, is just a rock. Nothing fancy, nothing unusual. Right? Alright, we're heading down. I'm not seeing anything. Hopefully there's a base within range of the hydrogen tanks and but we're not going to make it, I don't think, because of the, it looks awfully square. Not within the gravity well. Oh, wait. Oh, I got excited. I have to remember that the yellow and the green are not.
Energy critical.
This is where we're toast. Alright, so this is the third spawn. We've tried this. Let's hope for the next one we get a ship in the neighborhood. So we can actually, like, be okay. Because this is not okay. This is not a fun way to go. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. 32 kilometers, huh? Now we covered quite a bit of range, but unfortunately not enough to make a difference. Well, the plan is, well, yeah. Yeah, I think the next one will be the fourth one. That's going to be, let's see, yeah, this is the third one. We're going to be toast. We're going to be on the fourth one. We're heading straight for the planet. Unless a ship pops up. Then, of course, obviously, we're going to head for the ship. And here we go. And there's actually a lot more water down there than I thought there was. But again, oh, look, we're in gravity well now. 10.1 degree grav. Yep. Well, it's holding off, I noticed. That's interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. It hasn't started using up my energy reserves yet. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because it's the re-entry. I don't know though, we're gonna run out of oxygen soon too. Well, we're in 0.2 G. We could actually slowly fall. I don't know how many things are on here, but we're gonna try. I don't know how it managed to stay on, how I'm on 0 energy and I'm not dead yet. That's what I'd like to know. Alright, we're looking for any kind of, not getting any markers. Not seeing anything. Wow, it's mountainous. I have no idea how this is able to do it. I don't know. Am I broadcasting at all right now? Oh yeah, I'm broadcasting. Oh man. We're not in the atmospheric envelope yet. Half a G.
Energy critical.
Ah, there we go. Here it is. Here it is, everybody. Oh, yeah, yep. Well, we're in the sky is turning blue. So we're in low oxygen environment, so that's okay. But I'm not seeing any kind of beacon for a station. So we're gonna go like this. Up. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it anyway, so.
No energy.
Yep. Yep. I'm already getting it for the no energy. I wanted to see if I could breathe in the low, but I can't. Yep, we're toast.
Fuel low.
Right, let's head straight down. Oh,
Fuel
this is
critical.
yeah, this isn't good. Yep, we're toast. Well, good news is we made it to the planet. It's kind of cool looking. But bad news is we don't even have a parachute. Oh, this is gonna hurt. That's a bad idea. Hey, it even stopped. That's weird. Yep. Alright, 4th respawn. Okay. No faction. Spacesuit. Bam. Why am I picking up? Oh yeah, that's the iron. There's my body. Okay, well, again, delete the body location. We'll keep the other ones. That's okay. But they'll delete the body location. And yeah, there's nobody out here. So. And apparently there's nobody on the Earth either, because I didn't see any signals. Alright, so dampening off, shoot, we're gonna fly to the moon. Do this all over again. Alright, so there is a thing you can do. If you're going through these kind of playthroughs and you just keep dying and nothing's spawning, there is a thing in here where you can force a respawn. Not a respawn, but force your... What is that? It's like... No, it's the open spawn menu. It's a creative mode. That's your respawn. I heard that there was a thing that you could do to force like a cargo spawn, but I don't know. Oh, it's just a regular spawn. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's very hard to do a suit only thing. You gotta get lucky. Real lucky. Alright, so rather than making you guys sit through this, we're going to go ahead and do this. We've already sat through plenty. We're going to try this one more time. If we don't have a ship on this one, well, I guess that's going to be the end of the series. Oh, I mean, we could go with a space pod, I guess. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do one more spacesuit. And if we don't get anything, any joy, then we're going to have to go with the ship. Okay, well, we're at this thing. We might as well check it out. Oh, snap. Ice. Holy crap. Now that is a find. An ice rock. Oh my gosh, it's an all ice rock. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the mythical all ice asteroid. Yeah, we're gonna keep respawning until we get a ship, because we're not gonna. Yeah, this is golden. This is worth it. This right here, this is, yeah, I'm excited. Now, if we can only just survive long enough to get a ship, that would be great. Actually, ice, 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 ice. Yes, outstanding. Because if I had this, all he needs is a drill, and hydrogen would be the way to go. Alright, so... Oh yeah, let's kill the body location, by the way. Alright, so where are we? Here we are. Alright, cool. Somebody like to come out and say hi? Anybody? Alright, I'm not seeing people. Alright. Yeah. We need people. Wow, no respawns at all. Whoa. Alright. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do another respawn. We're going to respawn. We're going to give ourselves... Now normally, like I said, my rule is 5 and then death. If I respawn here, it's, you know, but the idea is to have a fighting chance. You know, it's one thing if you spawn in and you can't survive. But I guess that's the whole point of this, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not gonna do the respawn option because I have to stay true to my rules, which is this is my last chance. So we're gonna drift through space and hopefully run into something interesting. All right. Well, we'll pick that up with episode 2. This is plenty enough for episode 1. Sorry, it hasn't been very action-packed, but there's a lot more action to come. We still have to see if we're going to survive. We found ice, we found iron, we found silver. So I know there's ships out here. I was just out here, and there was lots everywhere. So I am not sure. You got to hit the right spots, I guess. So we're going to give it a try next episode. Hopefully we can run into something. That would be wonderful. But we shall see. It could be the last. This could just be a duology where we only have 2. It might turn out that way. At least we found the proverbial holy grail of ice. Anyways, keep on exploring, keep on building. Thank you for joining me, and have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Plus, feel free to check out my other series too. A lot of adventure, a lot more to come. I'll see you later.